All right, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, this video will be more about news. I have not done any news or any tea videos for a very long time. I've done a lot of music reviews, album reviews, lyric breakdowns. So yeah, let's get into this video. As you can see, this video will be about DDG and Halle Bailey. Now, as we know, as of earlier this year, there has been a lot of back and forth between them as far as the baby custody of who will have the baby and if he will be allowed to be on stream with DDG. Now, we know DDG often brings Halo on live with him. He does a lot of videos, skits, and TikToks and with Halo, and has been doing those videos with Halo since the baby has been born, and it has gotten worse, unfortunately, which is very unfortunate for the child. And the fact that this is plastered and televised on the internet, that he will, I'm sure, unfortunately see as he gets older.
No, that's good. That's good.
What does this mean? Wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Okay.
Yes, good size, Shaq. Good size.
So as you can see in that video, Halo was brought on stream with Casanat. He did gift Halo gifts because I believe that was his first time meeting him. We went over that whole dispute. Clearly Holly didn't know, or states she didn't know, that Halo would be on stream that day and she was out of town. And there's a lot of things that were going on at Casanat house that made her worry for the safety of her child and all this other stuff. The internet ended up attacking her for her not wanting Halo to be on stream with DDG at Casanat's house. Now, as we know, Holly and DDG broke up, I want to say late last year of 2024. Prior to the breakup, they were in a relationship for approximately, I believe, 2 years, since 2022. That was around the time people were stating that they were dating because they were spotted at an Usher concert, and then eventually they went public. Now, everyone knows DDG is a streamer, has been a streamer for many years. He actually has been doing it for quite a while. I remember watching him when I was in high school and he was in college. He's always had many girlfriends on his streams and on his lives. So some people felt as if when Holly got with DDG, he would be a bad influence based off his past relationships or whoever he used to date and the way that he would carry those other relationships. So it's already been bad from the jump because people already did not want her with him because they felt as if her image was too innocent and too, I don't know, I guess perfect. And with that being said, throughout their relationship, there has always been a few red flags. One of the red flags being DDG, I guess him and Holly ended up breaking up at one point, and there was a point in time where he then texted his ex Ruby Rose. I will post the tweet here or the messages here because Ruby Rose ended up exposing those messages. So as you can see, the tweet is from Ruby. It was messages exchanged. She wrote, "This is why I'm single." He put, "You still in LA?" She said, "Yeah." He said, "What you own?" She said, "Getting ready. How about you?" And then she double texted and said, "You hitting me the day y'all argue is so you, LOL." He says, "LOL, you right. Let me go heal first." So that was the first red flag in the relationship. The internet went crazy about that. girl, you should leave him, saying to Holly, we knew he wasn't going to change. He was toxic when he was with Ruby, and they were toxic as hell. So that is correct. I'll also put other tweets here in regards to them going back and forth. There was even a point in time where there was a t-shirt that Holly wore that Ruby had ended up saying, you allowing your B to wear my shirt is crazy, or something along those lines. I'll also put that tweet up as well. So pretty much it's always been an ongoing thing. DDG like, oh, this not this B t-shirt. He even made a whole song about it. But it's just always been something for their relationship. Now, is it anyone's business per se? No. But when the internet gets involved, and the fact that he's such a public figure when it comes to just his whole life, he vlogs his whole life, he streams his whole life, he YouTubes. That is just who he is. That's his job, that's his career. So that's just what's expected. However, people did not want to see Holly in that light, and especially with the man that pretty much has had a previous relationship that was very toxic. They just did not see that being helpful for her or her career at all.
I hate this bitch. Oh my God, I hate this bitch. Oh my God. I hate this bitch.
And again, I am not saying that he's this bad person. I'm not saying that she's this bad person. Because genuinely, we don't know these people at all. We don't know what they do behind closed doors. We are all just going off a perception of what we see online. And I feel as if we should all view it that way. Of course, everyone is not going to view it that way. There's fans for a reason. People have stans who go very hard for them, and they feel as if they know these people. So that is why it's always a lot of controversy and a lot of things that are going on. I may be speaking a little fast. I'm trying to get past all of this. I'm just trying to build it up so we can go over information as to why we've gotten this far with them. And as of recent, this restraining order. I always find it sad when you see a couple that seems to be happy and seems to be in love, and then they get to this stage in their life to where they hate each other, or they don't want to see each other anymore, or they're putting their hands on each other, or they're cheating, they're lying. It's just, I always hate, especially a black couple. It's just very, very sad to see. But you know, things happen. So let's get off into most recent and why the relationship kind of turned a little sour, or what we know of the relationship turning sour, because of course we have no information. No one is explaining any details, as they shouldn't. I mean, I guess keep your relationship to yourself. But as of 2023 December, they did give birth to their child Halo. For a very long time there will be multiple videos or multiple people saying she has to be pregnant, she looks pregnant, all while promoting her movie for Little Mermaid. Very highly anticipated movie. I actually thought it was a great remake. I think she did amazing. The casting was great. And yeah, there was just a lot of things, like I stated earlier, that they would blame DDG for. They felt as if her career should have, taken off more after that movie, but the fact that she was with him, they felt as if it was a distraction, or she hindered hindered her career because of how insecure he would be and the types of songs he would put out in regards to her, or the comments he would make on stream about her co-star, Jonah Horror King. And yeah, it was just a lot of things that he would say that would just be questionable. So that kind of was another red flag in the relationship that made people think like, what are you doing with this man? He doesn't seem like he's very secure with where he stands with you. He doesn't seem secure about your status and your career, anything like that. But of course, when you're in love, you don't view it like that, nor do you see it like that. So she didn't allow that to get, I don't think she allowed that to get to her, because clearly she stayed with him. So there was a time that they didn't show the baby face, but they eventually did, I believe, around the time he turned 6 months. And then after that, it just seemed like it just started to go downhill from that point. Earlier this year, at the top of January, there was a lot of drama. Of course, like I said, with Kai Cenat. But it got even worse when we started to see more videos of DDG speaking out about Halle and her hindering, I guess, his relationship with his son, or him not being allowed to see his son, is what he would state.
Who her nigga is, who she fucking filming movies with. I don't give a fuck. I care about my son. That's all I care about. Literally, that's all I care about. Filming movies where I don't get. 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 Filming movies where I don't. I never get them dropped off. I always go pick them up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get them, and then I get there and I can't get them. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I don't want to get on the internet, because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that can really like fuck with him. But I'm really just coming on this motherfucker as just a dad that really don't know what to do at this point. I've been dealing with this shit since he's been born, damn near. It's like I really feel like I'm a fucking nanny at this point. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me. Who her nigga is, who she fucking filming movies with. I don't give a fuck. I care about my son. That's all I care about. Literally, that's all I care about.
Good morning, Snap. I just want to come on here and tell you guys why I'm not posting. Me and Halo are very sick. We have RSV and we do not feel good at all. So sorry I haven't been posting snaps, but I've just been using all my energy to take care of my baby and myself. Yeah, any mommies have any tips for this cold? We both have fevers on and off. We went to the doctor yesterday. She gave us medicine. She just told us to rest, lots of fluids and everything. But any other tips would be welcome and needed. Love you guys.
As you can see in that video, this was back in March. Let me get my dates right, because I think I said January, but maybe I got January from a different article, and I'll read it and also go over the restraining order information when we get there. But let's stay on topic. So that video was back in March when he was explaining that he had limitations to when he could see his son. He tried to go see the son, but she wouldn't allow him to see the son. Now, after all of that, Halle did end up coming out and stating that via Snapchat that her and Halo was sick. They had RSV. Now, a lot of the dummies in the comments were talking about why she won't let him see his son, da da da, this is that. RSV is a very deadly respiratory, or per se, it can be deadly, but it's also what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a type of virus that is pretty much is just very high risk. Mainly, like it can be very bad for infants. Even can have a long-term effect on their lungs, things like that. So at the time, she was just trying to explain to him, like, maybe you need to come back a different time. We need to schedule a different date. DG wasn't going for it because in his mind, he felt as if, again, this is just what he said, that he felt as if he should be able to see his son, make him feel better, and be there for him because he is the father. Which is absolutely correct, but at the same time, sometimes you have to take your wins and losses and you just have to take it to the chin. You have to leave it alone, especially if she's sick and the baby is sick. Allow her just to have that time. It's not like he wasn't going to see him ever. She just was pretty much trying to say, I'm sick, he's sick. He doesn't need to be around that many people because we do know off of stream DDG does have a lot of people around him in his home. So she's the mom. That's just how moms are. He came from her. She carried him for 9 months. It's very common for mothers to want to have their child, especially when they're sick. So I never understood that hate neither, but that's neither here nor there. With that all being said, that was around the time that DDG first, stated that she's been keeping the son, and then to a point to where he started saying he wasn't able to see his son. But to this point, he started lying because we like, you don't never see the son. You ain't seen your son in weeks and months. But we just seen him on stream with you. So why are you lying? But I get it. He just want to be around his son. And DDG is a good dad. He takes care of his son. He's in his son's life. Nobody is holding that against him. However, this is when the eyebrows start to raise because it's like, baby, you can't have him whenever you want him. There has to be a schedule. Kids need routine. The number one thing that I have realized since being around a lot of kids, because I've been around a lot of foster care kids and kids that are in the system. When they come in, they're very broken. And the number one reason that they are broken is because they don't have routine and they don't have a schedule. Kids need schedule and kids need routine. So I think that around that time she was trying to get a schedule because they were no longer together. And he had said they had no longer been together. They weren't messing around with each other. And he said they just hadn't been around each other. He said they barely spoke to each other. So she was trying to get a routine then. But that wasn't working for him.
Wake up! Wake up! Hey, your boy! Hey, your boy! Wake up!
Alright, let's go ahead and read TMZ's statement for Holly's claims DDG abused, attacked her multiple times, and gets restraining order. Halle Bailey says she's had enough of DDG allegedly abusing her. She filed a police report. Now she wants court order protection from the father of her child. TMZ has learned in docs filed Tuesday in LA. She claims things first got physical in January. So that was a little bit after the baby's first birthday. They broke up back in October, a month prior to the Kai Cenat stream. Just trying to give a timeline here. And Holly says DDG came over to pick up their son, Halo, and she tried to start a convo. In that convo with rapper about a child visitation schedule. And this is the picture of her arm being bruised. Let's try to, oh, they pulled it up. I didn't even have to do it. And see, this be the thing. Matter of fact, I'll go over that after I'm done. Okay, as she was buckling Halo into the car seat, she claims DDG grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out my car, bitch." Holly said the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such an agitated state. That's when they allegedly started wrestling with DDG, pulling her hair, slamming her face on his steering wheel, and chipping her tooth. That's insane. Holly says she was in pain and crying, and although that stopped the fighting, she said she's still worried about Halo, so she remained in the car for the ride over to DDG's house, where she told his family what happened. Here's another evidence number 2, a chipped tooth. Once they told her they'd take care of the baby, she left hysterical with bruises on her arms to go along with her chipped tooth. She attached photos of her alleged injuries and her request for the restraining order. She also alleges DDG creeped her out. Oh, I just said creeped her out in March when he showed up at her home, entered without permission, went to her bedroom, and texted a pic of Holly's empty bed to her along with the text, "Now I know what you be on. LOL." Holly says she interpreted that text as DDG accusing her of having sex with other people. This is September of 24. 4 days later, she claims he really exploded when she came back to the house. Holly told him she and the baby were sick. Again, this is the claims back in March when they had RSV and she didn't want Halo to leave home. She claims that's when he got verbally abusive, smashed her Ring camera. Now, I'm still waiting on this footage. Everybody keeps saying, oh, we don't believe it until... That's neither here nor there. We're going to continue. And ran away with Holly's phone. As he drove off, she claims DDG threw the phone out the window and yelled to her, "Go get it, bitch." It's not funny. That's just crazy. Like she's a dog. Like, bitch, go fetch your shit that I took. The incident prompts Holly to go file a police report, and she says she also has a Ring footage to back up her side of the story. It was also around this time DDG claimed on X he'd been fighting to see Halo. That was that stream where he said he just wanted to see the sun. And as you can see, there's a link to Holly being on vacation because I guess she's currently away filming, and she says she'll be filming. And then the background is similar to Brent Faiyaz's pictures. So the fans are putting 2 and 2 together. Academics had posted it, and I guess DDG ran with what they were saying. So clearly this is Holly's phone because it says 2BD and then it says Daryl Granberry. You think you hurt my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. This is a terrible look. Makes you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day, but you have the same energy when it's my turn to have him. I'm on the same shit. Though the final straw came just last weekend when she said she was on vacation with Halo and her sister in St. Lucia. She says DDG texted her links to social media posts claiming she was on the island with singer Brent Faiyaz. Holly replied, "Not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you're okay and feel better soon." Not feel better soon. She think he's sick in the head, bruh. Whew. The judge granted Holly a domestic violence restraining order requiring DDG to stay 100 yards away and gave her permission to take nearly 18-month-old Halo to Italy, where she will be filming a movie for 2 months. Get in the news live, and this is a video of DDG on live with Aiden Ross. DDG also has to stop posting or streaming about her and their child. Holly claims her ex has been whipping his fans. I don't even know what that means. Whipping his fans to a frenzy. I should have read the rest. By trashing her when he live streams. We've reached out to DDG's camp. No word back yet. Alright, so that is the TMZ report on Holly's claims of DDG's recent abuse. As we can see, there's clearly still some love from both parties. You know, as it would be, they're still fairly new parents. They just had a baby. So they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to maneuver. Hopefully they get it together sooner than later, because the only person that's suffering, like I said in the beginning, is Halo. He needs both parents. He needs his father. He needs his mom. Now, this is the only way that I would like for people to also view it. Yes, he's going to be away from his father. However, if there are things that you are doing to the mother of your child that are not deemed in a positive light, and you are indeed allegedly abusing her, I have to say alleged for this video, why would she feel obligated to have the son around him? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure clearly they both did not see or envision a future for them to be this toxic, this, verbally, physically, whatever is going on behind the closed doors. They didn't envision that for themselves. No one envisions when you're in a relationship for things to just turn out for the worse. Only thing that I don't like is they are the friends and family are making it seem like he's innocent, completely innocent in this, and we don't know what she's talking about, blah blah blah. When there are a history of other past claims, clearly he's even admitted that he's insecure. He's admitted that he doesn't like when she does these videos because he's insecure about if she's interested in these men and things of that nature. He's already said that. So for them to just make it seem like, this completely left field, we don't know what's going on. There's clearly something that's there. The going to her home and taking a picture of the bed is absolutely insane. He on his Joe from the TV show You. That is insane. Not you taking a picture of my bed. That's like crazy. The phone situation with the go get it bitch and him tossing the phone. Stuff like that is like, okay, like what are we doing now? And that would be a reason why she wouldn't want to be around him. And if these claims are true, allegedly, I have to say alleged for the video, but she came with proof. The courts wouldn't have proved it for no reason. That's just not what's happening. But if you're doing these things to me, why am I going to allow you around my son? We have to just look at it from a logical perspective and not from a perspective of a fan, and only look at it as, he seems. There's a lot of people who seem to be a certain way, but then they end up in the blogs and they are complete psychopaths and sick in the head. So we have to stop looking from the perspective of, it seems. And that's even with her. Clearly they both still love each other. I'm sure some of her actions has become because of the way that he's been reacting and the women that he's around, as to why sometimes she doesn't want him to have the baby. And that's completely wrong as well. If that's the case, she should allow him to get some time with him as well. But I mean, as of recent, you got to understand, it's going to take her some time to, one, put her faith back into him after these things have taken place. Once they move past that, I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be able to see the baby. I'm sure they'll be able to move forward. But at this time, he is not going to have the baby. We have to take accountability for our actions. Now, if they're claiming, his family, his friends are claiming she's also like this behind closed doors, then of course, yes, they both need to be accountable. But at this time, she has been the only one coming with evidence, and she's actually the only one that's going to the judge to take action for custody. Now, there was also another link stating that she got full custody temporarily at this time. I'm sure that doesn't make him feel good, but at the same time, they tried to tell y'all months ago when y'all was fighting before, and tried to tell DDG, go to court. What are we gonna do on the internet? We are not the damn judge. We can't be like, oh, damn it, Holly, go give him the baby. Like, what the hell? What is we supposed to do? You should have went to court. Now you're in the situation that you're in. As far as him acting clueless when he got served, or him being the report coming out from TMZ Online, that's neither here nor there. Everybody, they gotta stop acting like he just squeaky clean, and he's never done anything. Two things can be true at once. That's my favorite saying. He can also be an amazing father, but not a great boyfriend. We have to accept that. She could be an amazing girlfriend. Amazing mother, but not a great girlfriend. Those two things can coincide. But at the end of the day, clearly there has been a lot of things like shown in this video that have been red flags that have added up to now. And unfortunately, it has turned out the way that it's turned out. Hopefully, he's able to come out on the other side of this a better person, thinking about his actions in his future relationship, because I don't know if they're going to be back together after this. It seems like she's probably done, but it may be for the better. Hopefully this doesn't hinder his career, in the way that it does most men, but we have to take accountability, or he should take accountability, for the part that you play in every demise. It's always two people's sides and the truth, so hopefully, he just put out an album. He still got a son, so he still has someone to feed, so hopefully this doesn't totally affect everything that he has going on, but when your actions has consequences, so learn from it, grow from it, move forward, and don't let it happen again. That's it. That's all. So I'm going to add some clips at the end of this of his friends stating what they feel about the situation. Again, tell me what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.
Anxious attachment style. Everybody knows I'm an Aries. I'm a fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I...
The Didi used to tell me, nigga, she used to smack the shit out of him on the bed. He chilling, she smacking the shit out of him. Real shit. Bow, you sitting on in his bed. Bow. Like, real shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Real shit. Like, I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, he not gonna talk or whatever the fuck he wanna say. Whatever, bro. He can say whatever he wanna, or he not gonna say. But I'm not finna let people think that my dog is some fucking abuser or some shit, bro. Hell nah. Hell nah. I'm not finna let no people think my dog an abuser or some shit, bro. Nigga is not no fucking abuser. This nigga do not be putting his hands on women or trying to do that type of shit, bro. Bro, never.
He said, bro. I said, bro, you good, bro? He's like, man, on some real shit, Rich. He said, bro, he said, this is not, this is not the Halle I know. He said, bro, this is not the Halle I know. He said, this is not the person I met. This is not the person I had a kid with. This is a whole nother person that I never met before. And he was like, bro. He was like, man, it's so crazy because it's like, bro, I'm like, this is just not the girl I knew.
To being abusive.
Where you see that at?
Now I saw Ruby Rose post, like they said she had like bruises on her arm.
Yeah, nah, that wasn't nothing.
Okay, so that was...
Yeah, that's some shit that...
Taken out of...
She got like hacked on Twitter or some shit like that, and then it turned into some like...
Okay.
Some,
I did see she was hacked.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So...
Okay, what other things do you think are misconceptions about you?
I don't know. It's just, I've been in the blogs a lot about a lot of shit,
Like, tell us what you think is not true.
I don't know. I feel like in the media, especially to like my past relationship, I feel like that kind of like made me look like I'm like a toxic or like a, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I'm doing with women. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's like a misconception.
I think
I don't want to just, I don't want to be talking yapping. I'm not trying to come on here and get the yapping because I can't, but, pretty sure, niggas know what's going on. I'm just still trying to, like, understand. I'm just trying to get it.